something to bang. You're doing such a good job.
No, I've just been trying to say something this whole time.
Oh, you're starting a
Just
toast.
kidding.
Okay. I love it.
Welcome.
Welcome back to another episode. It's been so long.
A long awaited. I know all of you people.
I know.
Been waiting.
Everybody's dying for it. But yeah, this is our final episode of 2020, probably. 2021.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Twin Peaks.
That's right. Bring the jazz back.
We got this year over with, dude. It's time to move on.
Another.
Another.
Bring us another. Oh my
God.
dear Lord.
Well, here comes Chloe. Chloe, God damn it. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, Chloe.
I guess it isn't a podcast unless one of the animals ruin it.
Yeah.
Remember, that was a thing when we were in the basement. The cat would always make an appearance.
She would make an appearance, but she wasn't as loud as Chloe.
Yeah. Chloe just came in like Kramer.
Yeah. Yeah, she comes in like Kramer.
Parch. Hi, I'm here.
Right here.
It is pretty funny
Attention,
how he jumps in, even from scene to scene. Like, it doesn't have to be just Jerry's apartment. Like, he walks into the diner like a fucking madman.
Yeah. It's always an explosion of energy.
Yeah. I have been watching a lot of
Jerry.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It's
it's pretty common in our household now.
It's crazy that, like, I just have avoided this show for so long.
Yeah, I think I've tried to get you to watch it before, too, and you
So
were just
funny.
so stubborn.
It's just, and it's ridiculous for me to be somebody that's interested in comedy.
Yeah.
Specifically stand-up, and then just
It's a
going
show
up to
about a
people
stand-up comedian.
and being like, have you heard of Seinfeld? It's a pretty good one. He's really funny, if you don't know. But really, the writing of the show is fucking great. And, like, the interactions and, like, how they can make the minute things so big. It's so funny.
Jerry. Seinfeld.
You were watching some Jerry Springer the other day.
I was just flipping through some of our free channels.
Dude, that show.
It's so ridiculous.
It was like Jerry, like, it was like Springer, obviously, within 5 minutes. Like, you didn't even have to wait to see what type of show it was. As soon as the one ex-wife started beating the shit out of the current wife. And
Yeah, I just feel like, in general, anytime you turn to the station for Jerry, and it's just chaos. Oh, my gosh.
And lately it's been Seinfeld, but yes, for a while it was Springer. Interesting that it's both JS.
JS.
Interesting. So yeah, really my whole 2021 has been just enjoying Seinfeld. I didn't watch any shows this year. That was kind of my goal, was to not waste time.
Yeah, I definitely watched some shows.
Oh yeah, you did. Any favorites? The only one I watched was the one that I promised I would watch with you.
Yeah, Midnight Mass.
Yeah, because I hadn't watched any shows.
That one was good. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I watched many new shows.
I have spent too many nights up until 2 a.m. watching Seinfeld. It is so goddamn fun. That's the issue. That's why I didn't want to have a show to, like, get enthralled in, because, like,
Yeah, you can lose yourself in there.
and it's so easy to just throw it on and sit back.
Yeah,
Like, I could
especially
write, I could
kind
edit.
of those half-hour short shows. Those are kind of harder to stop watching.
Yeah,
So you're like, oh, it's just half hour.
I did a
Times like 10 though.
Yeah, seriously. When it asks you, are you still watching multiple times?
That's a problem.
Yeah, you know you've wasted a day. Today I spent like 2 hours just researching the different podcasting equipment that I use, and I learned so fucking much. Like, in the 2 hours that I could have just spent watching Seinfeld.
And I was in the other room too when you were watching those like educational videos about the podcasting equipment. Like, it was funny because every once in a while you'd go, "Whoa!"
It was crazy to find out what these things actually do.
Aha!
It is the most advanced technology, and I know nothing about it. But it is fun to learn, and like watching the videos today, like I said, the guy was so good at describing everything and like walking you through the different reasons why each of those things mattered. And like, I bet you our sound is better than ever right now.
Well, you tell us, audience.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
He slightly turns down the mics.
I did learn a lot about even the soundboard, like different kinds of settings.
Excuse me.
Yeah, come on. Have some class.
So sorry.
Yeah, coughing into the microphone.
I did it away.
You tried. You did your best. It's okay.
I did my fucking best. Anyway, what else are we talking about?
It's the end of the year, babe. We
Yes.
got New Year's coming, and we just celebrated Christmas.
Yes.
What a blast.
Yes. Let's talk about our tree.
Oh, I have that written down, actually.
You have it written down?
That is a great... So, yeah. We didn't even have a Christmas tree this year.
Until like 2 weeks ago.
No.
Oh, not even.
Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't have a Christmas tree at all.
We had an optimist tree.
Yeah.
We decided, we didn't really decide.
Optimistic, you know?
It was fate.
Optimism.
Yeah.
Some people believe in like Catholicism. Some people
We
have
believe
like
in optimism.
Optimism.
Optimism, if I can say it.
we believe in
Optimism.
I definitely had an interesting experience there because I did not expect any of the parts that happened, right? So when we first got there, I expected all of the trees to be super expensive.
Yeah.
Like most of those private, some kind of private organization that's selling
It's like $100 a tree.
trees. Yeah, holiday trees for the holidays, you know.
Yep. Usually Christmas trees.
Usually, yeah. But even like the Lowe's and the Home Depot where we went to first, it was fucking crazy. It was like $60-$70 for a
And
tree.
also they didn't have any like shorter trees. Like we usually put our tree up on our end table.
We like it to be as high as you, like just bordering dwarf
Yeah.
height. You know, very short but
tree.
not too short.
No, it's usually like Fat Boy. But anyway, so
Because they
the
were
other
also
places
expensive,
didn't have them.
I almost wanted to go with like one of the little cheap ones.
Yeah, you were looking at some
Yeah, let's
Charlie
go for,
Brown
let's
looking
go
babes.
for a little Charlie Brown stem of a tree.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, Evan, we can do this.
Yeah,
So yeah, you were very optimistic about it.
I
actually.
was.
So
I knew of a place. I knew of a different place to get a tree.
we're driving down the
And,
road.
Yeah, it's right down the road from our house, and Evan points out to me as we're shopping around, like he noticed.
It was on the way out.
Oh, it
because
was
I
as we
specifically
left.
remember the interaction.
Because you were
sparked
talking
it
to the
all.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we were. I was leaving. I did tell a pretty good joke. I don't remember what it was, but I said something where like one of the guys got it and the other ones didn't, and that was kind of fun. And whoa. So yeah, he as we're leaving, the guy says, "Happy Holidays," and I thought that was odd that like a place selling Christmas trees would say Happy Holidays. So
But-
like I kind of was wondering what the organization was. You know,
Well,
that was-
and you had said it to me, and you were like, I don't think that they're religious. And I started looking around, and the sign didn't say Christmas tree.
we couldn't find Christmas anywhere.
No, it
no
said-
Jesus. No,
It said
Jesus.
optimist trees.
Could you imagine a Christmas without Jesus?
That's the best Christmas.
I know, it's very optimistic. Yeah, so that's what we did, was we bought an optimistic tree
Yeah.
from Optimists. And
We named it Optimus Prime.
yeah, when we went to the dollar store, I kept trying to find an Optimus Prime
Mask.
mask to put on it.
Maybe around Halloween. We would have found it, but
Yeah.
it was fun though. It was
it's-
perfect timing, and
It
it's
was
perfect tree.
$20.
$20
It
tree,
was a
friends.
fucking cheap ass tree.
Treep. It was treep.
Yeah, I just got to stop saying those words with like, you know.
Wow.
The de-esser is only set to so high. That's one of
See?
the things I learned.
He did
today.
learn things.
I learned that there's a specific setting that just gets rid of s's, like softens them. Trust me, me saying this right now is somehow better
Than
than
it was before.
if the de-esser wasn't on. Whoa, Laura's standing up. What are you doing? Are you about to flash me?
No.
Jerry,
No.
Jerry.
Stop.
Are you about to give a speech?
No. I just want to stand.
You you want to stand in the podcast?
Yeah, man. I work like this too sometimes.
You look so bizarre right now.
It feels good.
You also didn't get that much taller.
I know. I am taller though.
What the hell? You're crazy.
No.
Laura, you killed it this Christmas.
How did I kill it?
You killed it in multiple ways. You bought equipment for the studio.
I did. Tell him what he got.
I got a nice new recorder. I got a Zoom recorder so I can.
So he's on the move.
Could you imagine if I got a nice recorder? It was like.
Yeah, I think we did make a joke about that. I got you a recorder. He's been working on his musical skills.
Well, it was a very expensive recorder.
It was a fancy one. I made sure it had 4 ports for.
And that was a part of my day today, was just learning about that machine.
Yeah.
But that one was much easier. Less pieces to learn.
Sure.
But yeah, no, now the studio is going to be more mobile.
Yeah.
Laura might have invested in as much into the company, Slaughterhouse Studios, other than me. Like, you might be number 2 now.
Number 2.
You own, I'd say, 40% of the company. Is there anything you'd like us to change? Like, as a representative now?
I'll have to think about it.
More standing?
Yeah. I want a standing desk.
We're going to stand for things. No specific topics. No subjects.
We're just going to stand.
We're just standing.
I like to stand. Feels good. Anyway.
It is kind of funny.
I feel like I can focus more.
Yeah.
My knee doesn't hurt as much.
Sure.
Yeah, there's reasons.
Sure. What were we just talking about?
We're talking about how awesome I am at gift giving.
Oh, yeah. And then you got me some really amazing skateboards.
Yes, that were also a gift for me,
Chloe,
too.
stop scratching on the pillow.
She was digging.
Do you need to get under the blanket, dear?
Yeah, she wants that.
Okay. Well, there she goes. I just ripped up the blanket off of the couch.
Now she's gone into hibernation for the rest of the show.
Now she's scratching on the couch
Under.
itself.
She'll get it right.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, the other thing I got him was skateboards that were Twin
Whoa.
Peaks.
Chloe, that's not how you want the audience to think of you.
Yeah, insulting.
I was very stoked when you decided to buy those because you asked for, like, what's something special I can get you? And I've always wanted decorative skateboards for on the walls. Mm-hmm. I've always skated every board I've ever had, other than the artistic ones. Like, I've had friends make special boards and, like, design the bottoms or do graffiti on the top, or even that one right there, the one above you right now, is a board.
That's true.
Yeah, you did for our anniversary forever ago. You painted the bottom with different references to.
I put Paris on there.
Yeah, you did. You put Paris on there.
All of Paris.
It was a big piece. You know, it's a piece to the pie. Mm-hmm. I'm so stony baloney. I don't think I need any more of that.
Really? I just feel like I just got started.
So, yeah, you got me some special skateboards. They're also Twin Peaks, which is your favorite.
Definitely a gift kind of for myself.
But we are
There's a whole set of, like, different
4
colors
different boards.
and different images that are all from the Twin Peaks universe.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm excited.
For sure, yeah.
I'll have to put it on the Reddit page.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
they look beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm
they're gonna
very
be
excited.
stoked. Ooh, that felt good.
Now you're just popping your
Now I can,
joints.
like, dance around and stuff. Yeah.
Do you have a dance for us right now?
I dance right now.
Yeah, if you and I'll describe it if you had to express how you think we're doing so far on this episode. All right.
On the episode.
She's standing there holding.
Let me think.
She's putting her hands out like she's like, "Whoa, slow down, slow down." Now she's just laughing. She's now surrendering. Actually, she's moved the hands from slow down to, "Please don't shoot me." Now she's like, "I don't know what to do."
I'm really just laughing, honestly.
Well, that was a beautiful
You
interpretation.
have to,
I
like,
loved it.
Give me a chance.
Okay, all right. Let me
gotta
give you a sec.
take off my
She's taking off the
headphones.
headphones. She's really getting into this.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That couldn't have been louder.
Sorry.
Okay. I like this. Move. Ooh, she's throwing her hair around. She's now moving her hands in the air like she's asking for the stars. She's doing a twirl. She did a full 360, actually. Oh, a little hula way. Oh, now she's doing the butterfly thing from Napoleon Dynamite.
No, I was not. I'm done now. I can't move very much in this corner. I feel like I'm going to hit something.
You did great, honestly.
Magical.
I want to see you dance in like a cage next. That'd be cool.
I can use the cage to my
You've
advantage.
never pole danced before.
No.
Are you ever willing, considering it?
Sure. It actually does look like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would kill it. It'd be good exercise, as they say.
Dude, my friend Kiki does it, and, like, she looks buff as fuck and also sexy as fuck.
They do, like, pole dancing for dummies at Jester's Palace. Mm-hmm. Like, in that studio or venue or theater or whatever it is, the one that killed me, practically.
Yeah, near death.
Actually, it's kind of a miracle that the machine is working right now, too.
Yeah, truly.
So... yeah, I don't know if we've talked about that. I think that's how long it's been.
That can't be true.
Because we came back and we reviewed Santa Fe, and that was a fun episode. But we pretty much just talked about Santa Fe.
If you want to talk about your
and
woes.
Clarence. That fucking
Lawrence.
guy. Lawrence, that fucking guy. I'll never forget his name. Are you sure it wasn't Clarence?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right. Wait. Oh, yeah, I got electrocuted.
Oh, my goodness.
I think my brain's not working anymore.
No, he's struggling, guys. Yeah, I wasn't in the room at the time, but he was setting up for a podcast at a venue.
It's a very old venue.
Very old venue. And
I grabbed my machine and the cords to the venue at the same time and just... yeah. And I definitely like threw the cords in the air to make it stop happening, and people turned around and were very concerned. One of the guys that does sound like watched it all happen, and he said that if the machine wouldn't have fried, which it did, my whole podcasting equipment completely broke.
well, the battery pack.
Yeah. Well, that was most of it. I mean, it's what powers the whole thing.
Yes, but, it's okay.
It matters.
It does.
So the battery pack fried so that I didn't. They were like, it's probably what stopped you from being the thing that, busted. So
that scares me so much.
I was nervous to set up back there, and I did it again. I did set up. It did go well. We recorded a whole roast battle at Jester's. But
I'm sitting back down.
I survived an electrocution. Also,
you should be on that show. I survived.
Yeah, I like that. And also, I was able to replace the cord to the machine.
For free.
What a miracle that was. I just went into Guitar Center and said, like, hey, this thing broke. And he, like, tried out all the different chords on all the different machines. And, like yeah, dude, your thing's fucked. And he literally said, they've been in back order since, like, 2019. This is an Australian company. They've been super locked down. They're not making any special pieces or sending any special orders to anybody. He's like, you're kind of fucked. Like, I don't even know what to suggest for you to do. And I was so bummed. I was, like, so disappointed. And then he pulled a cord out of a new box, a battery pack, and just handed it to me. I was like, go for it. And I did not believe it. I literally looked at him and said, I could kiss you. You don't know how much this means to me. He's like, go for it, man. Just fucking run.
Just run.
Threw it in the roadcaster and got out of there.
Isn't that exciting story?
Lucky day.
What a heartwarming tale.
Yeah, it was a Christmas miracle.
I feel like we need some, like, strumming. Oh, wow. What a beautiful fairy tale.
I got that pretty sharp. That
pretty
wasn't
close.
That wasn't the fastest.
I did have to suggest it, but we got there.
I'm glad that the machine works. I'm glad that you gave me so many gifts that I'm going to enjoy. Yeah. We got so many Dixie cups from my parents.
Yeah.
Like, so many. I tried to use one today, just so you can use them up.
Did you use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was great.
He did not try.
What did you get from me?
I got some very cool dab tools.
Yeah, you got some new smoking devices.
New smoking devices. You got me a very cool vintage wine holder.
Yeah, a wine rack.
Wine rack, yeah. And
A
wines
bunch.
to go in it, for sure.
I wasn't going to give you a wine rack and not
I
provide
know.
the
I've
wine.
never had that much wine in one time before, so now I'll have to get like a wine subscription.
Great. One more subscription.
Yeah.
It's Netflix for alcoholics.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Keeps you fresh.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Let's see. What else did we
A
get?
little one hitter and
Yeah, the bat and the container with
just
the
a bunch of
stick.
small little things.
Yeah, I feel like you got me something else that I really enjoyed too.
Who knows? I don't remember. Maybe it was a
You
kiss.
did good. Aw.
I did okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You killed it. Good job.
Yeah, I technically only got you like 2 gifts. 2 like intense gifts.
Yeah.
And one of them was kind of for myself too.
It is what it is. I didn't get you anything Twin Peaks this year.
No, Brian did though, our roommate. He got me
Yeah,
a blanket.
A nice blanket.
And I feel like there was one other thing.
I don't know. But Christmas Eve, we spent at Austin's house where those people got a little too drunk.
That was interesting. I feel like they were drunk before they got there.
They were definitely drunk before they got all the comics just wanted to sit around and watch SNL.
Yeah.
We hung out with a bunch of comics on Christmas Eve.
Like, yeah, it was like the first part of the party was very like chill and like
what did we bring over? Just like chips and dip, right? But
chips and dip and
7 other people brought crackers as well.
Oh, it was a snack off. I
Yeah.
love it. That's what I feel like Christmas Eve is for me and my family. Like we did like little ditties, not
You've said
like
that.
big meals.
That you guys would do appetizers.
Yeah,
Try all
just
different
little.
things. For Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we would like to even do. Oh
God!
just flicking
Don't punch it.
like. We would try to do like different countries,
Sure, like Chinese.
like different, and like Indian food. And,
That's fun.
Yeah, just a little taste of multiple countries around the world.
And then we did. We
The
did
night before we did something too.
before Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
What did we do?
we went to the Chris Kindle Market.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah,
With
that was
Heaven.
pretty sweet. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, now that I think about it. I drove her to the airport.
Yeah, in the middle of the night.
It was 3 a.m. that we left her house.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we hung out at the Chris Kringle Market, which is like in downtown Denver. They put up a bunch of lights and make a little village.
There's like vendors and
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a
drinks.
German Christmas
Yeah,
market.
it's German Christmas food and all that good stuff.
Food and drinks. And all
Yeah,
that.
and there's lights. It's very Christmassy.
Even like the Russian dolls. It's cute to see all. Dude, how disappointed were we in the lack of music?
Yeah, that was weird. I always want there to be more music in places.
I've never had a Christmas where I wanted more Christmas music. I was singing Christmas music this morning. We're
Yeah,
like 2
you
days
were.
back. Dude, for some reason, I don't think I got inundated with it nonstop. I don't know if it was that I wasn't in the car with my parents like I was as a kid, or if I wasn't working
at a place that forced you to listen.
Yeah, we got to choose. In fact, my manager would get annoyed if there was Christmas music on.
Turn it off.
Yeah, pretty much. Just not at all in that voice.
Yeah, so I mean, besides that though, like it was a really fun market.
It was cute, and we took a couple photos, and then we
Headed
we
to a
went back.
couple stores actually.
Yeah, we went and did some last minute Christmas shopping with Heaven. That was pretty fun.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty fun to see somebody else like scramble
Yeah.
because we had everything
We
finished.
were done. Yeah.
Our Christmas tree or our Optimus tree was fucking full.
Yeah, we're good at giving each other gifts.
Yeah, even just like wrapping nonsense.
Just filling it up,
Like, yeah,
making it look like fun.
I wrapped coffee filters, and you were excited because we were almost out.
An avocado. Thanks.
Yeah,
That kind of.
free shavakadu.
Yeah. Let's bring the vines back.
Oh, dude, they keep me alive. I
All right.
I had a great Christmas. It was awesome.
Me too.
We cooked a bunch of food the day of.
Yes.
I made 3 different types of salmon.
They were each delicious.
You made a giant ham.
Made a giant ham.
What else did you make? Mashed potatoes?
We made mashed potatoes. We made bacon wrapped carrots. Apple pie.
You did make a lot, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I felt pretty busy all day.
I know. It was fun. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
You were like, I'm going to work on these other projects. And then
Go
you were,
skateboard.
no, what did you were supposed to be making something. And you were like, can you take the pasta off for me? Like, you couldn't even cook the pasta by yourself because you started working on a different project.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm, like, making other things right now.
The optimist tree is halfway taken down right now.
I know. You're, like, so excited to take down Christmas for some reason.
Yeah, Tim Allen.
Is that what I did?
Nah, I'm just, like, improving this house.
No.
Constantly. Doing things, projects.
I mean, that's good, but wait till New Year's.
I'm a juggler. Wait till New Year's to take down Christmas?
Yeah.
That's a hot take. That's what some people say, is that we should wait until New Year's to take down Christmas. I dealt with a coworker who was pretty much crying because she was told she had to take down Christmas the day afterwards.
Yeah, that's
like
too
her
soon.
mom woke up and was like, "All right, let's take it down," and she's just sad all day about it.
That's too soon.
Also, I mean, what a life to live, where your biggest bummer is taking down Christmas lights.
Christmas is over.
So
I can't believe it's over.
I know we've reached now 2022.
Almost.
Do you think that this will be like 2022?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be just a round 2 of what 2020 was. It seems like variants are a popular thing these days.
My favorite.
Your favorite are the variants?
Yeah, the variants.
The new ones?
They're super poppy.
It's like a new shoe by Kanye. It's just really popular.
I was thinking a band.
Oh, yeah? What
Called
band?
The Variant.
Oh, the variants.
Yeah.
I love them.
Me too.
They've got a lot of hits.
Yeah. I
I've
like
heard-
their logo.
I've heard they've gone viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The word is spreading. You know?
Spreading.
We're all going to listen eventually.
They're selling masks for Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah, good try. You were doing good. You're such a weirdo.
You told me to get weird.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the fact that I love being back at the coffee shop. We don't have to talk about it long, but I would like to say I love
What a selfish topic.
it. It is. Yeah, it's a little selfish. But the coffee shop is the best environment to work in. Like the people that come through there, how appreciative they are for such a easy thing to do. And as soon as you learn how to like steam milk properly and put the right amount of ice in a drink, I mean, that's all you need to
Bada
do.
boom, bada bing.
Seriously. I kill it. I really do make really good tips. Like, it's not the most busy shop because it is kind of out of there, you know, out there.
Wrong.
Yeah, I know. You're number one.
Wrong.
I tried to mute your coughing and I muted my braggadocious story of making latte art and impressing people. It is such a blast.
Well, the way that actually I commented to Heaven the other day that she used you properly. Like when she asked you to make a coffee, she was like ordered something and you made it. I could be doing that all the time.
It's what I do.
Make me a Cuban coffee, Evan.
I could do it.
Well,
Make you an undertow, make you a little espresso macchiato.
I take
you
an
know?
undertow.
I love
Those
just
are
like
fun. Do you want to tell the audience?
crafting drinks. Tell them what.
What's an undertow?
Oh, an undertow is a small shot of espresso, but with sugar put on the bottom of the cup, and then you do cold milk, and then you do the hot espresso on top of the cold milk with like a spoon inside of the drink. So when you pour the espresso, it sits on the spoon and then pours very softly onto the cold milk. It's a layered shot of espresso.
So you get everything.
When you drink it, yeah, you literally taste hot coffee, cold milk, and sugar at the bottom. And like, I love that coffee is like his like Mexican food in the way that it's like it's all the same ingredients and all the same stuff, but it's how you prepare it and like what temperatures you use and if you use oil or not. Like it completely changes the entire dish, but it's all the same stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I mean, like what makes a cappuccino versus an Olay versus like a latte versus all those different like a cafe Florentine. Like it's all different types of the same exact things, just
Right.
different amounts used.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's fun when someone walks in and knows what they're ordering. Like I'll make you a caramel macchiato, extra whipped cream with a caramel drizzle and toffee bits, and like I'll do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna judge anybody that gets something like fun and sweet. But when you come in and you're like, I'd like a dry cappuccino, like ristretto shots. I haven't heard ristretto shot in so long. I haven't been around somebody that actually like
What does that mean?
it means the pull is shorter. Like rather than a full 2 ounce
They're
shot,
stronger.
they're stronger and there's less amount. You know, it's gonna hit like
And what makes it dry?
moonshine. A dry is like the type of foam, because like people will ask for like a cappuccino with no foam, which is so silly because a cappuccino is all foam.
Right.
That's all.
That's what makes it a cappuccino.
And then
So how do you make a cappuccino dry?
you just steam it. The way you aerate it, you go as hard in the paint as you can. Like you make it very foamy. You make it to the point where
It's
you
not
can just
a
scoop the
liquid.
foam, scoop the milk
Interesting.
right out, and you don't even pour it. Like that's as dry as it gets.
It's almost meringue.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like I cook every day. Like I'm making like little craft drinks,
He's a craftsman,
and I
friends.
love it when there's like a couple people in line, and like they see me working hard because nobody complains. I've never had one person say like, "Seems like you're slacking here." Like I'm moving so fast, taking care of all the. I've got a coffee poured over here. I'm waiting for this like Earl Grey tea to stop to get ready to be done steeping so I can make it into a London fog, and then I've got like a coffee brewing because this guy asked for a medium, and got to remember that the person said no whipped cream on top of the frappe, and like all these different things in my brain at once, and I can knock them off like a to-do list. Oh, it's so nice. I love a good list.
It's good that you're happier.
Oh yeah, well, like I enjoyed the warehouse as an aspect of like something new, being given responsibility, in interacting with people.
I think at first it
interact with.
seemed like
I learned
mindless
a lot.
work for
Seemed
you.
like what?
In the beginning, it seemed like it was mindless work for you.
Oh yeah, I was just slapping labels onto bags and sending whatever out. But then it got really strict. And
Right.
the responsibility was given to me, and it was my
Right.
job to make sure things were happening.
That was when things turned south.
Yeah, well, I mean, not that it turned south, but it got to the point where let's talk about where you were, because I think that this is huge as well. But like, it was where I didn't want to wake up the next day,
Right.
and leaving the warehouse and now ending up at the coffee shop. It's so nice having a manager that messages me like, hope you're having a great day every now and then, just because she thinks of me, and like
Right.
she wouldn't ask me to work on a specific day. I remember this like months ago before we even established a relationship. She wouldn't ask me to work on a day that she knew you had off. She specifically wrote the schedule so that we would be off together. I
That's
didn't even
nice.
ask for that.
Yeah, that is nice.
Like that's the kind of shit that she's done. I've never had her be anything but like, I'm so glad to have you here.
Very grateful.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that makes you want to work for someone.
And now I'm running this
To
like,
feel
the social
appreciated.
media. Like, I'm running the social media for the coffee shop because like
Yeah.
I wanted to contribute in a way that I thought I could help.
Right.
That the original Instagram had like 7 posts, and they were all very old. They were all
Yeah.
people that didn't work there anymore and stuff like that. Like products we don't even sell anymore. So yeah, I just took that over, and they're super appreciative because they don't. The owners of this place, I mean, they are old. Like they look like your typical Floridians. Yeah, they look
Right.
like they retired and they've been going to Honey Tree for a decade. Like they're pretty old. Honey Tree Cafe, try it out in sunny Sarasota. You can get an omelet made by Hendrik, the creepiest Albanian, which is hard to be, the creepiest
I really
Albanian
like their
ever.
cabbage soup.
You know that their cabbage soup is just they fry bacon in the oven, and then they take that tray and they pour the grease, the bacon grease, straight into the soup.
Perfect. Delicious.
Why aren't they doing that to all soups?
Yeah.
Why aren't they doing that to everything?
I wrapped it in carrots.
You do love bacon. Me too. Bacon's tight. We did breakfast sandwiches on Christmas Day. That was kind of cool. I like McMuffins. So the warehouse was rough, and I love being at the shop. Why don't you talk about where you were work-wise? I mean, this was 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. It was a while ago,
It was
but
like a month and a half ago.
But you were dying, like
Dying.
You were miserable.
I was not happy.
I would be going to bed before you, which was pretty late at that point, right? If I'm going to bed first, and you would say like, I don't want to go to sleep because I know tomorrow's coming.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go to bed because I knew that I had to deal with things the next day. I was feeling very, very stressed about what was going on in the work.
Your daily duties.
And my daily duties. My duties.
LOL.
So yeah, I think I got to kind of like a little bit of a breaking point.
One of the coolest things ever, Toast, one of my good friends from Texas Toast, he used to say LOL out loud to somebody when the thing wasn't funny. And it was a signal to all of those that knew that he was like making a joke about how unfunny he thought it was. He'd be like, oh, lol, LOL, very, very LOL. And it was funny. All right, go on. So yeah,
what did that have to do with anything?
I don't know. You had said LOL, or I did.
Yep, whatever.
I don't know. You were miserable. You started taking a hit, and I wanted to fill time.
Okay.
That's me stalling.
That's good. It's distracting. Yeah, I don't know. I was in a bad space.
You were not excited to go to work the next day because
No.
you didn't like what you were doing on the daily basis. It was full of stress.
Yeah, I don't want to feel that way anymore. And so, I've gotten the idea to create some new stress for myself by hopefully starting my own business, teaching dance class to adults.
You have goals of what you want to do.
I've got some goals.
I think that, like, if I didn't support you fully, I would be a bad, not just like person, but a bad partner, like a bad friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you told me, you were like, I'm thinking about quitting my job, which, let's be honest, you make most of the bacon. Like, I make enough to keep me afloat. But like, when it comes to like going out and doing something really fun, I kind of look at you and I'm like, you gotta throw that card down. And you do.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
And you usually take care of it. Like, it is pretty impressive. And like, I've chosen a job that like gives me very few hours. I mean, this week I'm barely working, and like, it's so that I can do things like today where I literally just educated myself on my own equipment and then like worked on the skate page and like did the things that I want to do. And you take that hit. So like, when you were telling me I'm thinking about quitting my job, like without a hesitation, I knew I couldn't be anything but supportive. And like, I'd be willing to eat ramen for like 3 months if that's what it meant. You weren't afraid to fall asleep.
Yeah.
that killed me. Like, when I saw
that was hard.
Yeah, and what was awesome was that you had pretty much broken. I mean, you had decided you were done. Mm-hmm. And you went to your boss, right?
Well, she came more to me, even.
Because she could tell?
Yeah, she could kind of tell. Wow.
Oh, geez, should I stall again?
No.
Okay, go on.
Anyway, we No, she came to me and she talked to me about like how I was feeling. She could tell like things weren't right, and she wanted to like encourage me to do Twin Peaks again. To encourage me to do what I want to do in my life and stuff like that. And so
I think everybody was supportive.
yeah,
I mean, not that
it was emotional for sure.
your boss, I think, even said though, like what you're doing is a lot. You know?
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't blame you for wanting to create something.
Yeah.
Which is awesome to have that as.
No, she's a really awesome boss, and like that's definitely
Yana?
That's definitely not
If it pleases the court.
the reason that I would leave for sure.
Yana
it's definitely not because of
wonderful
her.
lady.
Very
supportive.
She's very supportive. And so yeah,
and your parents. You called your parents.
My mom was super excited for me. My dad was more nervous.
It was funny. My parents called me like a week ago. I mean, this is months ago that this happened. My parents called me like a couple days ago. We're like, so I heard Laura isn't working anymore, huh?
Like, I am working. And that's the thing. Like, I am still working.
So, what ended up happening?
Well,
when your boss and you talked.
We talked first about me finishing up in the new year, so I would have been done by this point. But we kind of talked about it more, and she asked if I could stay until the end of the school year, which is definitely like more months away. And she like incentivized me.
Yeah, she made it worth your while to stay, and she also changed your daily parameters. Like she made your situation.
Things were getting better by that point. And so that, again, like I do feel better about it. And
so you had quit, I mean, pretty much, right? And you had
basically
decided, I'm going to start my own business.
Yeah.
And then she pretty much begged you to come back. I remember she did a day of what you were doing, and she messaged you that night.
I can't do this.
What would it take to keep you?
Well, yeah, she definitely...
It's nice to feel valued like that.
Oh, yeah. And, like, it's cool to feel important in your job, for sure.
And to be acknowledged that what you do is difficult. Mm-hmm. You know? That she was even like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, I need you.
Well, she also has other things to do, too. Like,
sure.
That's also a big part of it. But, anyway...
It was cool to have your business bought out. 24 hours, and you sold it back to your own.
No, that's not what that means.
And it's a success story. I mean, you got, I think, incentivized is the way you put it, but financially, I think it got better off for you.
Well, yeah.
Which is fucking cool, man. And then you got time to start your own business. So we were spitballing ideas.
Yeah, so and this is kind of cool because Denver doesn't have this.
Yeah, so you have now time to prepare and create something that Denver can use.
Right. Well, so yeah, Denver doesn't really have like there's, just to give you dance nerds out there a little tidbit, but we don't really have codified techniques. So an example of a codified technique is like ballet is a codified technique. So there's specific steps that you do in each class. And so in modern, there's codified techniques.
Codified being like a staple, you know, a genre.
Yeah, it's like a genre.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's an established style.
Yes, established for sure. Yeah. And there's usually specific...
There's institutions to like
steps.
Almost back it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so there's not a lot of that available in Denver.
There's not a lot of from what you've said, there's not a lot available.
No, I can't really find any. Like, I think somebody said that they take a Graham class, but I don't really know where. But
shout out Martha Graham Cracker.
Martha Graham. And the
Dude,
style
how cool was my Graham Cracker skate park?
You were trying way harder than anybody wanted you to.
Well, it was for me.
It was funny.
I had fun.
Yeah, that was clear.
I love building things.
It was cute. It was cute.
And then Chloe ate it.
Yeah, that was cute too.
Chloe ate the entire gingerbread skate park.
You knew she would have.
No. In fact, we left chocolate on the table. Those peanut butter bars. the Butterfinger things, those were just sitting on the...
Is she okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think
we're
she
good.
ate any of those.
Well, she's smart.
She knew that graham cracker skate park was fucking gnarly, dude. It was rip-roaring.
It's in her belly, rip roaring. But anyway, so
Gingerbread.
distracting.
Graham.
No,
There's a Graham class.
Martha Graham. There's a Graham class.
But you want to introduce...
I want to do...
Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah.
No.
Lester Horton.
Horton.
Lester.
Yeah, a very important style.
It's an interesting style because originally it wasn't supposed to have a specific style to it. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a style, but it became one.
Kind of like grunge.
Sure.
Yeah, it just had its own sound.
Yeah. And so
It's not like Kurt was like, I'm going to start grunge music, I think.
I think that sounds good.
That'll make me some big bucks.
He,
Won't lead me to depression or anything like that. The bottom of a barrel. Shotgun. Pow.
Yep.
So you want to do Horton.
Yes. And I like Horton because it's a technique that was formed to properly warm up your body. And so it's very anatomical and injury prevention and all this good stuff. I remember when I was doing it, often I was like in the best shape of my life.
So you felt fit and
I felt fit and good and strong.
prepared. Like, does it feel like it might be harder for you to do now?
I can't do it as long
Yeah.
or like stretch as far.
Yeah. But you're going to get warm up to it because you got some new flooring.
I did
You
from
did
my
get-
parents.
You got flooring to dance
Yeah.
on that you can take.
So, and what I would like to do is I want to do a Horton certification.
Yeah, which would be like a license, like a yoga
A license to
certification.
dance. And
License to skill.
once I do that, I can also certify other people as well, which is not a service available in Denver at the moment either. So, like, that's also a really good business
Sounds
niche.
like a pyramid scheme.
No.
As soon as I get certified, I can certify others. And then I can charge them for a very high fee to teach them.
But it's a one-time thing.
Okay. All right. It's a one-night stand of dance classes?
Yeah.
How long do you think the certification would take you? Would it take you to another state?
It depends. I think that last year that was available online.
Oh, shit. That's
And
crazy.
so
You just
that
would have done it
be-
through like a webcam?
Yeah.
That's wild.
So that's also a good thing to have, like, that nice dance floor available.
Would it be
for.
like... So would it be purely physical? You wouldn't be doing any of like the tests or whatever?
No, they'd probably have that aspect as well.
Written down? Like a written
Yeah,
answer?
they'd probably give me some, like, text to read.
Would it be oral? Like an oral
They
test?
would maybe have, like, for example...
Is it dependent on the person giving the certification?
Well, I don't know that.
Like, you know how there was classes that you could take?
Let
that
me
were, like-
answer one question at a time, Jesus.
Okay, you know how there was classes that were really easy to get through? Like, can you find that certification and just
I'm
like,
sure, yes, that's
phone it in?
available. Yeah.
nice. Okay, go back.
So, but I imagine that you have to do, like, in yoga certifications, you have to do a certain amount of teaching hours before you're, like, officially certified.
Like community service?
I guess so.
Sure.
Sure. I mean, you just have to, like, have taught the class a few times before they're like, you're officially a teacher.
Okay. It's like a learner's permit.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
So that might be a part of it.
Yeah. A part of the problem.
A part of the problem. But yeah, that's the
Laura's
kind of
looking to do it.
goal.
And Laura's going to start her own studio, and she's going to teach people dance, which is exciting. It's
I'm
something
scared.
that, yeah, you're very nervous, but that's okay.
I gotta find clients. That's the biggest part.
You only have 1 million people that, Jesus Christ, Laura, can you turn your phone off? Well, this isn't the Twin Peaks episode, all right? I want you to do a Twin Peaks podcast, but not right now.
Okay, fine. I turned it off.
The fans have been begging for a Twin Peaks podcast.
Have they?
No,
Oh,
no, not at all. But I think that it would be fun for you too. What's your first subject going to be?
on Twin Peaks?
Yeah, just You won't have to go into it, but what's it going to be?
I don't know. I would have to talk about the first 3 episodes.
Okay. We'll talk about those someday. I do like the first 3 episodes. I like the first one. The pilot's hot.
Hot.
It's very weird.
I think that, like, by the 3rd episode, it really culminates what kind of weird we're going to be in.
The show.
Yeah. I think it really, like, it sets the standard.
The world is built.
Yeah.
By that point.
It's,
that's fun. So you plan on watching maybe the first 3 with somebody else that hasn't seen those?
I know, but that's a long...
3 episodes?
That's like 3.5 hours.
Oh, God. That's like Lord
and then
of
a
the Rings.
podcast on top of that.
You just got to dedicate a day to it. Get somebody that's going to sign up for it.
I know. We'll just have to hold someone down.
So that'll be coming. That'll be a 2022 project. Twin Peaks podcast. I'm excited. It's going to be what? Blue Rose podcast?
That sounds good to me.
I liked that idea. All right.
All right.
It's going into the year. Let's go ahead and recap. What was your favorite show of this year? Did you like Mustard Service? Did you like Band of Horses? Was it Bill Burr? We didn't get to see a lot of shows because we were coming out of the pandy. The pandy wandy kind of stopped our entertainment for a while. We had to get vaccinated.
Bill Burr.
And then we were vaccinated, and we just went crazy. We watched like 3 shows in like 1 week. Bill Burr?
Yeah.
Bill Burr outdoes Mustard Service.
That scared me.
Yeah, someone slammed the door.
Somebody is here.
Somebody's here?
It's Alexa.
Nice.
Boogie woogie woogie.
It's Alexa? Boogie Boogie? I guess that works.
It works. Yeah, I just really, really thought it was...
It was the perfect show.
So funny.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
It was nice.
It was Red
It was
Rocks.
our first Red Rock show.
It was... Bill Burr just did such a spectacular job. Like, I'm just closing my eyes and picturing the experience.
And we were pretty far up there.
And we were almost late.
That's
we were
true.
late.
We showed up right when Bill Burr was there.
We were running up them stairs.
So,
Stairs.
this year, for me, I'm going to have to go with that one show at Rise I performed at. That was probably my favorite show.
Special. What if I had said that? Would you have
my
done
dick,
super?
my dick would have wiggled.
Oh.
Watson would have gotten excited. No, I am honestly I feel very stoked going into this next year with the fact that I have done shows.
Mm-hmm.
This year was
Paid
a big year.
shows.
For me, stand-up wise. I got paid to do stand-up for the first time. And, like, it happened at the end of the year. Like, it was, like, the last couple months.
A culmination.
And, like, it was a bunch back to back to back to back. And, like, I got a wide array of what a different show could be like.
Yeah, as good as a show could be, as well as a bad show.
Yeah. Dude, I did one show where it was just fucking people dabbed out.
2 stones.
So high. And they would laugh, but it was like...
Stoners.
And so, I mean, they couldn't muster the energy to laugh much more than that. It was cool.
It was cool.
Laura's got her legs up on the wall.
I know.
She's clearly getting stretched out. You feeling
My
good?
knee hurts.
Pull the microphone a little closer to you, and we can stretch out however you need. You stood in the middle of this podcast earlier. What's wrong with you?
My knee hurts.
Maybe it's because you're standing during podcasts.
No, it's just broken.
I am
I'm a broken person.
I'm pretty excited. Going into this next year, stand-up wise, I'm gonna push the open mics a lot harder than I did this year.
You were already pushing hard.
This year was scattered. I think that I went months, like, very into it, months out of it.
Sure.
I think this next year I need to be dedicated to it. I think that I'm learning a lot, and I need to capitalize on that knowledge.
So whenever you guys want to start donating to Evan's comedy career and my dance teaching career, please just let us know. Yeah, we'll take those funds.
All right.
This year will be a good one.
Let's talk about something I miss.
talk about you and me.
Something that this year started off with that I had plenty of.
Money?
No.
No.
The pee spot. It's too cold. I can't use the pee spot anymore.
What do you mean?
Like when I go to the bathroom,
Oh.
I don't get to pee outside.
Since when?
Since, like, it got cold. I stopped peeing outside. Have
This
you noticed
is something you missed this year? This happens every year.
Yes. But I think I dedicated a lot more time this summer to the pee spot. Like, I really had a patch going of where I was, like, killing off everything living.
That is not something that I wish you missed.
Well, I sometimes miss the toilet, you know? Like, I
Yeah,
pee all
you
over the
sure
place.
do.
So wouldn't you rather me just pee outside?
What do I miss? I missed gardening.
What happened to Miss Independent? Yeah, we didn't do a lot of gardening this year.
I should have asked for gardening things.
Yeah. Well, we did get some. We got like that light so we can start a little earlier.
Start earlier.
We were doing constant garden updates on the podcast.
And we didn't do very well.
The garden's dead.
Well, it would have been dead at this point anyways.
It's crazy that it hasn't snowed, really.
It's going to snow on Saturday.
It's supposedly going to snow on Saturday. I've heard so many Coloradans say how fucked up this winter is.
It's weird.
That they've just never seen anything with this much lack of snow. How crazy is it? Oh my God. Laura's getting back up, stretching her hip flexors. Okay. Apparently Laura's just like finding she's the Karma Sutra of podcasters. She's doing it in every position. I like this.
I'll find the one.
Should we do the Karma Sutra this year?
Sure.
You think that we would get through the whole book, or would we get stuck on number 2 and just be too happy with that? Because we're pretty vanilla.
That's what the Kama Sutra is supposed to help you not be.
Maybe we'll get wild.
You have to do like one
Maybe
per
I'll
night.
tie you to the roof.
No.
You don't want that?
No.
Okay, we'll keep it inside.
Yeah.
I'll tie you to the coffee table.
No.
Okay.
Don't tie me.
I'll tie a microphone to you.
You're doing that right now.
All right. While you're standing up, do you want to do your stand-up routine?
No.
Talk to us about playing airplane food or something.
Airplane food.
What's your best bit? Do you have any bits prepared?
Mm-mm.
No. You could use any of the jokes that you've written with me.
Like what?
Like backwoods. Do the Swisher Sweets joke the best you can. It's my joke. I would love to hear you do it.
How should I start it? Swisher Sweets. Okay. So since we live, I don't want to do this. So since we live in Colorado, no, I hate this. I don't want to do this.
Come on. I tell it to you.
I know. It just
once a week.
seems so silly.
Come on.
Okay.
Just get it through. Do it. I do this all the time. You're standing up.
Since we live in Colorado, I thought of a really good business idea that I think y'all will love.
That's me?
No, this is mine.
Okay. I like that.
Okay. So business idea that I think y'all will love. And so I know that a lot of people like to smoke blunts. Well, a lot of places you can't smoke in your rooms. Well, let me take you to the smoking only blunt hotel.
Too wordy. Come on. You're taking a little too
called
long.
Swisher Sweet.
Oh, you just
well, you pressured me.
Barreled through the punchline.
You pressured me.
All right, so it's a hotel. You can smoke blunts in the rooms.
In the rooms.
And it's going to be called Swisher Sweets.
We got white owls and white towels. Thank you.
You got any more on top of it?
Oh, Jesus.
There's another tag you're missing.
Oh, yeah.
The camping.
Then if you'd like the camping experience for smoking in your tents.
Yeah, if you want to smoke blunts
In the tents. Let me tell you how I tell it.
Okay. If you like your camping experience,
try out Backwoods. Thank you. See, you were just actually sabotaging me was what was happening.
yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right, well, if you do want to smoke weed, I thought that this was an interesting story. If you want to smoke weed and work, apparently you can work at Amazon.
Woohoo!
Yeah, apparently Amazon has stopped their marijuana screening. This is a fairly old story, and I found it, but I just found it interesting that like their job is so bad. The work that they require, they're like, we're not gonna ask you not to get high first. Like you're just walking up and down aisles for hours. You're driving in a truck to the point where you have to pee in a bottle. Like you've heard that story, right?
Yeah.
Where Amazon employees don't even have the time to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Let them toke on their time off, you know?
Let them toke in the car.
So if you want to have a job and smoke blunts in the workplace, work at Amazon. I don't really have a
I thought you were going to be like Swisher Sweets.
Yeah, Swisher Sweets is not doing any drug screening. In fact, like it's one of those things where we have drug tests where it's like, we're testing drugs. What do you guys want to do? Oh, yeah, we pass out the test kits. You know, fentanyl was like one of the lead rising deaths for people between like 20 and 40. And like I know that that's a big thing that hits for you in particular. Like you have a personal connection family-wise to that. We don't have to go any deeper, but like it is concerning. And like test kits should be a thing. I instantly was like making a joke and being like having fun. And I was like, oh wait, yeah. Test kits actually? Let's get serious about that.
Let's actually do that.
It should be a thing.
It should be a thing, yeah. Like people don't know that they're doing things. It's
the safest way.
Yeah.
And if you do consume whatever you're consuming, if you can't,
you're doing the proper dose.
You should test it if you can. Like it's just a bummer. There was a lot of comedians that we lost this year to fentanyl, like specifically people thinking they were partying with cocaine. Denver has a really bad fentanyl problem. Like,
I feel like everybody does.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's pretty popular. Maybe we should try it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it on the podcast.
Yeah, I did it just now.
The fentanyl episode. All right, well, Permanently Dead is the new podcast. Permanently Widowed. We never got married.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shoulda.
Nah.
Woulda.
I think we're fine.
Coulda.
If you say so. I have a funny video for you.
Okay.
You want to watch it?
Yeah.
I thought you might find this entertaining.
Entertainment for me?
Going to come in very hot sound-wise. All right, stall, Laura. Talk about something interesting.
Well, let's talk about something interesting.
Killed it. Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
Oh, wow. I was good at that.
So hopefully we will all laugh about this later that I survive it. I'm at Chelsea's.
So this is an old lady just speaking into the phone like selfie style.
Yes.
She's hoping she survives.
They lost power, so I put all the food in the ice chest, but not all of it would fit. And so I had to leave out some stuff, and one of it was a banana nut bread. It was like a half a loaf. Not a half a loaf, whatever it was. It was a good whole portion, and I sliced a whole fucking slice of it. It said edible banana nut bread.
Oh, no.
I thought edible meant for story that it's gluten-free, and I was trying
to
figure out, is this gluten-free or not?
She's
Anyway,
concerned about the gluten.
It wasn't very good, but I still ate a whole slice. I just found out from Big Siva that it's so potent that Brandon only can have a small corner of it.
Small corner.
And you guys know I don't do pot, and I hate pot.
She hates
And I had a whole fucking slice.
She's throwing F words out there, dude. She's so high.
sledgehammer. I was looking at Facebook at Story's pictures, and I was like, oh my God, is the house moving? Because, we have gale force winds, and I don't know if I should stand up. Anyway.
Do you remember being this high too when you first
It
started
hit me,
consuming?
and
yeah.
I didn't know what's wrong with me.
Like,
Am I
how
having a
long have
heart
I been
attack?
sitting
took my
here
pulse.
sort of vibes.
I go sit down. I get Story because she's in her room, just so I want someone, because I don't know if I'm having a heart attack or what, because I have no idea what was wrong. I got Tom on the phone, and he goes, describe it. What are you feeling? Because I go, I'm scared. I'm really feeling weird. And he says, and I said, I feel like I've been drugged. I've accidentally been drugged, but I don't know what the hell I ate. And then I remember, then it sinks in. Edible meant pot. I ate pot, banana nut bread, so strong.
So strong.
So, also, one of the bad effects that pot has on me is paranoia. And these winds out here. Well, I just got to show you.
She's back on the winds.
Yeah.
So
She's
this
very
is great
stressed.
for paranoia. Someone who is so high she can't feel like she can stand up.
Oh, it is pretty windy out there. Holy shit. First off, I would
She
like
doesn't
to
have
say,
Power.
Joe Rogan
It says marinara bread.
accidentally eats marinara bread. That's funny. I don't know. It probably is like code word for marijuana.
Sure.
Accidentally ate marinara bread.
Yeah.
Marijuana bread. Joe Rogan. I mean, not the greatest person to quote and act like he's like an idol, which he is a little bit of mine. But I like what he's done. I do think he's funny. And
Okay,
he's a great interviewer. Let's be honest.
Okay.
All right, Saint
Stop.
Rogie.
Yeah.
I love the guy. No. He does say that the paranoia is like a benefit. Like how she said she feels paranoid.
Yeah.
That's where he likes to go. He likes for weed to like make him little afraid and like freaked out, and then you go back to reality and you're like, oh fuck yeah, like that is
Interesting.
crazy. And what did I learn from that? What did I learn from those crazy paranoias? Did I take anything from it? Did I like just have a good time? Did I like think about something a little deeper than I normally would? He thinks the paranoia is a benefit. He's like, fuck yeah, I want to be paranoid. Which is interesting. And then also, Austin Langley, a member of Slaughterhouse and a funny guy, hates wind. He hates wind like I hate water.
Well, it's scary.
You find wind scary also?
Yeah, man.
No, wind isn't that scary.
Yeah, it is.
I disagree.
Blow you over.
I am pretty thin.
I mean, tornadoes are scary,
I mean, this lady seems like she's in a tornado right now.
right?
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, she's pretty much high for the rest of it.
Look at this shit.
She was high for the rest of it.
But I do have one other I thought you might find
Nice.
interesting.
Let me see it.
So this video is kind of in the same vein, and it's a footage in the 1950s of a housewife on LSD. So like her experiencing it and like what it would be like for
Turn
that
it
perspective to be experiencing.
And I volunteered.
I see. Do you feel you're normal?
Can you make it big?
I hope I'm normal. I think so.
Well, a little while back you took quite a series of psychological tests, and I can assure you that you're a very stable and well-balanced person as a result of the tests. And how do you feel about coming here and drinking this strange material?
I'm a little nervous.
Her
Perhaps.
eyes are darting
Well, I
around.
think that's
She's
normal. Well, I
processing
think it's
everything
time for
around
you
her.
to have your lysergic acid.
Well, she hasn't
Drink
done
this
it yet.
down, and we'll be back after a while and see how you're doing.
She's like so nervous about what's
Yeah.
about to happen.
Is a glass of
Scary.
water, colorless, tasteless. It contains 100 gamma of LSD.
100? What? I don't know
1/10
what
of a
100.
milligram. the equivalent of 1/600th of a grain. An ounce of this material will make 150,000 such doses. Let us observe the effect some 3 hours later.
She's like looking at her finger.
Well, tell me.
Well, I just couldn't. I couldn't possibly tell you. It's here. Can't you feel it? This whole room. This everything is in color, and I can feel the air. I can see it. I can see all the molecules.
Talk about living in the moment. That's what LSD does.
I'm
She
part of it.
looks
I'm.
amazed.
Can't you see it?
Can't you feel it?
I'm
It's in the
trying.
room. It's here.
Oh, it's just like you're released.
She
or you're
looks like
free,
Snow
or-
White.
Oh, this is the 50s.
I don't know how I can tell you.
She can't
How
express
do you
it.
feel inside?
Inside. I don't have any inside.
Is it all one?
It would be all one if you weren't here, and if nobody else. Yes, everything is one. You have nothing to do with it. I am one with what I am.
You have nothing to
I
do
can
with it.
see everything
Sassy.
in color.
Well, she's just
Everything.
experiencing
You have
so
to
much.
see the air. You can't believe it. And the dimensions and all the prisms and the rays and everything coming down through you and moving.
What does this all mean to you?
I've never seen such infinite beauty in my life.
Infinite
like a-
beauty.
She's just in a normal
A
room.
curtain or a spider web. Can you see it? It's right here in front of me, right now. Watch. No. Oh, good heavens.
She's like straightening up in her chair, just looking at something right
She's
in
kind
front
of
of her.
freaking out a little.
It passed right through me.
Could you feel it?
Me? There isn't any me.
Wow. I want that stuff.
There is something to be said about the fact that you don't lose it.
Me?
Like I do. Yes. When
I've never felt like that.
when I
lady,
take
guess,
psychedelics, I turn into that lady. Like I've had past conversations with myself on drugs, like Avatar state style, where like I project it out of my body,
Yeah. Interesting.
talk to previous versions of myself, and like it was like a super calming experience. I loved it, but like yeah, it was. I mean, I've had that on nothing, like very small amounts of hallucinogens, just because
Yeah, I don't know. I just never really. Maybe I don't let myself fall into it enough, I guess.
I think that I also am sentimental.
Sure.
So like when you like value nothing already and then you're on a hallucinogen, you're just like overly stimulated by like nothing. Like this lady.
Yeah.
She's just pointing up in the air, staring up at nothing.
Are you looking? Can you?
Yes, what should I see?
This guy is like, whoa.
He's actually doing a
I
really
could
good job
talk
at
in
guiding her.
Technicolor, or let you see. Can you? Did you say you can see it?
No, I can't quite see it. Tell me about it.
He's not being judgmental. He just wants her to express herself,
Yeah, for sure.
which is crazy for the 50s.
I can't tell you about it. If you can't see it, then you'll just never know it.
If you can't see it, you'll just never know.
I feel sorry for you.
For anybody that hasn't done LSD, I do feel sorry for you.
Dr. Cohen discusses the LSD state.
Yeah, no, we don't need to hear all that.
No, but that's very interesting. I got really sucked into that.
I know, I could tell that you didn't want it to stop.
No, I want to watch a whole documentary.
It is interesting, you know, just like people on drugs that they don't really know exactly how it's going to affect them. That's why we're doing fentanyl on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to do an interview with that doctor.
I like to watch like old ladies do pot for the first time.
Have you ever seen the video of the military? Oh, those are fun. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like the old ladies,
Yeah.
like the geriatric patients, pretty much.
Yeah.
You didn't talk at all about your hot buttered rum, but we can get to it. But it is cool how, like, have you seen the videos of them experimenting LSD on like the military people in London?
Yeah.
And that footage of them just like wandering around the forest,
Yeah, they were just
playing with the trees and like laying on the ground.
Honestly, that reminds me of when we were all in our backyard just wandering around and everybody was just so happy to be outside and looking at the nice grass, and it was so cute.
It's an interesting one because, like, I don't want to say everybody should do LSD. Like, I don't agree with that. I think it's one of those things where, like, if it's something you're considering and you've got the right you've got the right setting, you required it from a trusted person, and you're in a good environment for it, it's worth the experiment. It's an experiment. Mm-hmm. It puts you in a whole nother world. At least it does for me. Oh, poor Laura. Her leg hurts. She's pouting to me right now because her leg hurts. Oh, poor baby. I'm sorry about that.
Broken.
I like that about you. Whoa.
Did I make a noise?
I liked it. All right, I wanted to end on a story.
A story?
But I have to pee. So I'm going to have to pee first, and then maybe you should tell the story from your perspective.
Well, I can talk about my hot buttered rum.
Perfect. I'm going to go pee.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about my hot buttered rum.
Oh, this is going to be real entertaining for you guys. Trust me, you're going to wait around for the story. The story is what you're really hanging around for. This hot buttered rum, terrible story.
Recipes with Laura.
This is not a cooking show yet.
Yes, he says. Okay. Well, anyway, so this is a specific holiday drink that my mom forced me basically to make. And and it's disgusting. I was like, I mean, it's really tasty, but it's disgusting in the way that when I started making the recipe, I had to call my mom because I wasn't sure if it really said a pound of powdered sugar and a pound of brown sugar, a pound of butter, and a pint of ice cream. Or was it a quart? I think it was a quart of ice cream. But it was a lot of things. So anyway, you know, you mix all that up with some cinnamon nutmeg, and I guess you you refreeze it like a ice cream again and make or you get spiced dark rum, hot water, boiling water, and then you scoop some of that ice cream.
Oh God, I feel
bullshit
so
in there.
Sorry for you guys having to put up with all of that.
I know it. Well, I got stressed in the end, but I feel like the beginning went well.
Yeah.
Anyway, the end result is actually pretty tasty.
It was cool that the NA people had something to drink.
Yeah, I was able to make it without the rum. You just add hot water to the ice cream instead of adding rum as well. And then
I don't like nutmeg.
Well, yeah, I guess Evan doesn't like it because it's like cinnamony, but
nutmeggy.
Nutmeggy. Nutmeg. It has nutmeg. But I think it tastes like a butter.
This all got 1,000 times better as soon as I walked back on.
Well, it helps having a rapport.
Okay.
But it's like a butter beer. It tastes like a butter beer to me but more spicy.
Yeah.
Like I could make it maybe in a way that you would like it better.
How cool is the Wizarding World?
It's so cool.
It is. Wasn't it? Like, I was blown away. They did a really great job of, like, making it
look like. Besides it being humid and horrible as fuck because it's Florida.
Yeah. Orlando. Universal.
Yeah.
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Love it.
It was a really cool place to experience and, like, feel like you were, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you get to, like,
and the castle is so cool. It wouldn't even going in the line, like that's the cool part is being in the line for the ride.
Well, we've been in 1,000 roller coaster lines.
Yeah,
And like to be in a line that was
It's so
entertaining along the
entertaining.
way. You're just looking around and you're like, oh my God, I recognize that.
You're almost like
feels like we're-
hoping to keep it like in certain spots.
Yeah, absolutely. You're excited to get up to a certain spot because you're like, that's where they pull out the little like screaming like turnips or whatever. They get really angry.
The greenhouse.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. Those little turnip thingies that
Yeah,
scream.
they're what are they? Mandrakes.
Mandrakes.
Yeah, those are real plants.
Laura loves Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm rereading it right now.
It is cool. I mean,
It's
not
fun.
It's not my favorite, but it is cute.
It's a fun world for sure.
How I celebrated my 8th birthday, I think, is when we saw the 4th Prisoner of Azkaban. Or no, it wasn't.
That's the
it was
third.
the third. We
Yeah.
saw the third in theater,
Nice.
and my dad was supposed to go, but my nephew was being born and ruined it.
Rude.
I know, we had to do it another day.
Wow.
This kid needs to get it straight.
Okay.
Little nephew
I think
coming after you.
he's worked on it.
He's ruined multiple of my
What?
birthdays. Not really. Just
Wow.
that one.
Harsh, baby.
And he didn't even ruin it.
Is this the story?
No. Are you ready for the story?
I'm ready.
I want to tell the red lettuce story.
Oh, it's not even that good of a story.
I think it's... I recently was on a podcast about lying.
Okay.
And she's with Hannah Popkin. She did a podcast with Austin where they talked about lying and versus honesty. And she said there was something to like the romanticism of like courting somebody and teaching somebody how you like to play. And like, I feel like the red lettuce story is the epitome of us.
Interesting.
Like it's how we realized how we can play along. It's our relationship today, but it was on our very first date. Like it's crazy that's that style of.
Are you gonna cry?
No, but it does mean a lot to me. Here, I'm gonna close the door. I feel like the door is different.
The door is
with the
different.
door open, it changes.
Everything's changed. Don't trip. At least not that kind. Ah! Okay, he's coming back. Here he goes.
Okay, so when we first started dating, you would drag me to church.
Take me to church. Sorry.
And I wasn't religious, but I enjoyed hanging out with you. And I would do anything to maybe make out later. So we would hang out. We would go to church and we would hang out at Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. Chick-fil-A was like the hang for all you Christians. Wow. Way to believe. Was it because of their ethics? Is it because of what they stand for?
Maybe.
Chick-fil-A?
I mean, Chick-fil-A is delicious.
But they're also
I know.
very religious.
I know.
And we happen to go after church.
Convenient.
Very. All right. So
Maybe
we
there
would-
was a discount.
I mean, this is like back before we were even dating because we were like, you were like, I was taking any opportunity to hang out and we were going to church. So I was like, oh, yeah, this is a good in. And so this is very early.
Yes.
I mean, this is what, probably like weeks into us hanging out, just you and me. And so we're talking about like a decade ago, the dog being rude.
Keep talking.
Okay. So we're at Chick-fil-A. And I mean, we aren't much at this point, but Laura and I are like starting to flirt with each other. It's that courting time, you know? And Laura, as we're walking through the Chick-fil-A, she looks at one of the pictures because like they've got different posters around of all the different ingredients. She looks at one and she goes, I didn't know that lettuce came red. Look at that red lettuce. And it was cabbage. It wasn't lettuce.
Of course it was cabbage.
It was just, of course it was cabbage. Yeah, it was cabbage. And I just tore her up. I mean, I think for like, it was the next week or so. I mean, that night I was like, are you in the moment, I'm like, are you kidding me? You don't know what that is? It's cabbage. You don't know what cabbage is? You think it's red lettuce?
It was stupid.
And I mean, like, anytime you'd say something slip up in the weirdest way, like it would be like
a red lettuce moment.
I mean, there was a time when you were like, why don't alcoholics just drink mouthwash? And I was like,
no.
Yes, Laura, that's a thing. They make they put alcohol. It's a whole thing. Yes. Like, I remember when you realized
I said
that.
something about, like, not realizing that alcohol kills germs and that they should put it in mouthwash.
Yes.
But they already do.
Yes. And that's why alcoholics and mouthwash are a weird thing. Of course, the dog wants to be let back in. What a demon! Okay, so it was cute. It was cute that, like, forever I was able to say red lettuce, and it was a callback to that night that you were a
Still
dummy.
to this day, honestly.
But, like, yeah, I still bring up red lettuce, but it's fundamental in the sense that, like, I was able to mock you for saying something that should have been obvious. Like, it was such a silly thing for you to, like, not know or not say correctly, because obviously you know what cabbage is. It was just something about you, like, slipping that one up once, and I poked that out, like, forever. Oh my God, just leave the door open. Just leave it open. Dude, I'm sorry that this dog is being so awful. She's tired of podcasting. She's over with this episode.
Trying to
Chloe,
tell a nice
hey.
story.
Chloe.
It just yells into the microphone.
Chloe.
Hey.
Come here. I'm going to beat this dog on the podcast. That's a new segment.
She's probably have to go potty.
I don't want to hear it. We all have to go. Oh, I guess I did like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Go potty. All right. Well, I guess we can end this.
I love you.
Red lettuce. You're
Yellow
dumb.
lettuce.
I feel like I can make fun of you, and you never take it personally.
Yeah.
You know that I love you more than anything.
Oh,
And, like,
guys.
Yeah.
He loves me.
And I try to express that love through jokes.
It definitely comes out as jokes a lot.
And red lettuce was the original. It's the OJ.
It's
The original joke.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you doing an episode.
Always.
It's our monthly show now.
Yeah.
We'll try to do one tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
Tuesday?
Tuesday? Let's try to do one.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
We'll see.
I'll do one. I'll be prepared a little earlier.
Well,
I'm bad at it.
all
What can I
right.
say?
What are you going to do?
I love you.
I love you.
You're so crazy.
We'll talk soon.
You promise?
No.
What?
I'm not going to call you back.
All right, do an intro that's like permanently unengaged podcast. Thank you for the year that you've hung out with us.
An intro?
If you have listened. Yes. Or, oh God, an outro. Yeah.
Jesus. Thank you so much for listening. If you have listened to anything, that's pretty awesome. If you didn't, then how'd you get this far? Have a good year. What do you want now? Listen to more Slaughterhouse Studios, you know? Evan says I have to keep talking. Okay, so my New Year's resolution is to dance more. What's yours? Send it in. Do we have an email yet? There's Instagram. Follow that. I don't think there's Facebook. We killed Facebook. TikTok eventually. Am I done?
You're so bad at this. Come on, hype it up like you're a radio person.
What do you want me to say?
Bow, 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 bow.
Give me a script.
Slaughterhouse Studios. We are so proud to be here, and we're so glad that you've been there. No matter where you are. We're glad to be in your ears. It's been waxy. All right, Laura, kick it off.
All right, it's the end of a 2021 year. Brr, 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 brr. It's neither here nor there. But we've been everywhere. Man.
You're just doing mine. Poorly.
I told you. Give me a script. I thought I was doing pretty fun.
That was red lettuce.
No, it was not.
All right, do better. One last time, real quick. You got to give out 30 seconds of heat.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. And hello.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate anybody and everybody. We love you all. I love Laura more than anything else, though. So thank you very much for listening. Permanently Unengaged. We're going to be more consistent this coming year. I promise. I love you, Laura.
Love you. We'll commit.